Hello, this is old Mr. Kent of MrKent.com, and I'm in the process of learning how to use my new 360 camera and my new e-trike. So I'll just share some of my videos I make with you. You may or may not enjoy them. I'm just having some fun here. But I went for my regular ride, and as I was coming by the park where I used to take my grandson, as you can see up there, this old guy came walking out, and he and I used to visit 2 or 3 years ago when I brought my grandson up here, and we'd sit there and visit, and he did most of the talking. But he saw my e-trike, and I don't know if he knew I had an e-bike before or not, but he saw that, and man, he thought he wanted to figure it out right away. So I sat there, and he did a lot of talking too. By the way, he told me about his son bought a Tesla, and about 3 years ago or so, and now the battery's getting old, and in order to get a new battery, it's $17,500. That's a lot of gas money. Anyway, so that was one of the things. But he does most of the talking, I do most of the listening. He's got lots of stories, so. And I'm just, I'm learning how to make better videos with my 360 camera. One of the things I need to do, they say to use the 7.5K resolution, and that takes forever to process, but it does make a difference. So I'm going to start doing that because it makes sharper videos, like when you're close up like this. So anyway, and then I'm learning. I pretty much got my e-trike figured out. I'm liking it more and more all the time. And I'm telling you, if you want to get out in the open air and get a little bit of exercise, and you're a little timid about balancing bicycles and things like that, then get yourself one of these. This is it's electric. It's electric with the E missing. So Lectric XT E-Trike, and it's one of the best. It's got it's got rear wheel drive, and it's got a differential, and you'll see later in the video what difference that makes, because all the rest of them in the same price range or higher have to have front wheel drive. They haven't figured out how to, or it's patented or something. But anyway, they haven't figured that out, but it makes a difference. I'm going to be trying to go up some dirt hills here soon, and we'll check it out. And then as I was on my ride, that young lady came riding by, so I thought, I'm going to put that on my video. And that's one of the things that you can do with the 360 camera. And so I just made the use of it. And then I ended up my little ride by picking up the mail for my family. We have this mailbox, which is about a half a mile from our house. And it's a nice walk, and but it's much easier riding. So when I come home from my e-bike or e-trike rides, it's going to be e-trike from now on. I always pick up the mail for everybody, and so makes it nice for everybody else. And what else is there to tell you about this? That 360 camera, you'll notice how the horizon is curved. That's what happens when you zoom in, but nobody seems to notice it because, well, I suppose some folks do. But anyway, in order to get the view that you get at 360, it has to do that to the picture. So anyway, I got the mail, and I'll stick the mail in one of my little pouches in the back. And then there's also a box to load up. And see, as I'm walking up here now, I have to be careful and dodge underneath the camera because it's hanging out there. And there's the box, and that was to my son from a friend, and they worked together on a lot of stuff. And it's getting colder here in Arizona, but it's not so cold you can't get out and do things. That's the nice thing about living here. Trouble is, in the summertime, it gets too hot to get out and do much of anything also. So, yep, but it's good. I'd rather be here than up in Washington State where we moved from about 7 years ago. All right, now I want you to watch this. This is something you can't do with all e-trikes. You have to have a differential rear end. It has to be rear end drive. Yeah, I thought that was pretty fun, pretty cool. So I'm headed home now, and that's about the extent of my ride for that day. Actually, I rode about, let me see, usually I go about 6 miles or 8 miles or 9 miles, depends on the route that I take. And on that particular day, I didn't have anything interesting to film, so I just put this up, and I thought maybe you'd enjoy it. As far as I'm concerned, I'm just learning how to use my trike and my camera, so I just share it with you. Now I'm coming down the dirt street in front of our house and pulling into and you'll notice the camera's bobbing around on the end of that rod, and so that's okay because it doesn't make that much difference. But waving at the neighbors, and then I come up to this gate. And so it happened to be on a day when the gate was closed because my son's business was closed. If you're not aware of it, he fixes cars and fixes problems, and also has a yard full of vehicles to restore, like that old ambulance there. And then the red pickup, that's his. That was the first thing he restored a year or two ago. So now I got to get the mail. So that's my e-bike ride. I'm sorry, my e-trike ride. I'm have to get used to it, and I'm all home and taking the mail in to my family, and so. I move pretty slow, but I get the job done. And I want to thank you for watching my video, and God bless.